Challenges facing our carnival. Because we have one organization responsible for two major festivals now, and we are adding a third, we are challenged by lack of year-round planning. For example, now the same people are planning World Creole Music Festival. They really will not have an opportunity to really focus on planning Carnival until after the festival. And Carnival next year will be in February the 10th and 11th. So we believe that's one of the challenge. We have not done as much as we could to link with other Caribbean carnivals. We also have community-based carnivals that adopt an ad hoc approach to planning and organization. Carnivals in Dominica, to a certain extent, sometimes get very political because the elected official must celebrate with his constituents. And whereas we, as a tourism authority, would want to have one major carnival event, we find that there are a number of carnivals happening in different locations. And so that is a challenge because sometimes it takes away from the participation in Roseau, where we have the major carnival. We have few associations are organized around Carnival. We need to strengthen our marketing and promotion. I think that we have done a better job in marketing World Creole Music Festival than our Carnival. In terms of data collection, we know how many people come, but in terms of the experience for Carnival, we have not done as good a job in collecting that data. We have increasing competition from other regional carnivals and some poor documentation of our activities. In terms of opportunities, again, we understand that there are large followings of carnival lovers in the region and in the Dominican diaspora. So from a tourism perspective, the opportunity exists to reach out to them, provide them with the right information so that they in turn can come back to Dominica during that time. We have a willingness and participation of artists from other islands, so there is some inter-island and intra-regional cooperation in terms of performers and an opportunity for people to participate. We do look at Carnival, and it can be used as an important tool to expose the island's unique heritage and culture. As you saw, we consider our Carnival the real mass, the original Carnival of the Caribbean. Okay? And we believe that Carnival can be a tool to create important linkages with other sectors. And also, through the arts and through Carnival, there's job creation and income generation. It is the one time that a lot of costume builders get employed because we do not normally utilize the skills of costume builders throughout the year. So Carnival is an opportunity for that. Domfesta and Emancipation. This is an event which is produced by the National Cultural Council. They are affiliated with the Division of Culture, which is affiliated with the Ministry of Culture. And this showcases local artistic and cultural talent. And it is a week-long event aimed at giving exposure to the various forms of contemporary artistic expression. So we have Mass Dominic that focuses a lot on the traditional, and we have Domfesta now that provides an opportunity for contemporary artists. And some of the challenges for Domfesta are pretty much the same in terms of the planning structure, and in particular, the lack of adequate funding to develop the craft of the performers and to market the event. At this time, no specific incentives or regimes. There's limited investment. and we need to examine the image and branding of this particular event. This is an event that happens in the month of May that I think we can promote and market a little bit more to increase the number of people who would visit Dominica during this time. But there are opportunities. And because it is a contemporary art form, there's a lot of exposure that the young and upcoming local talents can get. And we believe that, as I mentioned, we can really create some important linkages to bolster the shoulder season in May. It is a source of income for artisans, record producers, and entertainers. And we do have collaboration with artists from other islands. Interestingly enough, Domfesta is the period where we have typically a song competition, and it is a Creole song competition. And this is where we have some of the younger members of the society that participate in writing and singing the Creole song. And the winner of the Domfesta Creole Song Competition actually gets to perform at the World Creole Music Festival. So that is an incentive for the young people to participate. The Emancipation Celebration, again, is produced by the National Cultural Council, and it is focused on the celebrations of emancipation from slavery. The festival has a strong Afrocentric focus, and it has lectures, seminars, training, some performances, and hiking activities. And there is usually a regional flavor to this festival. As I mentioned, we have another event called the Jazz and Creole, which is in its 4th year. It happens on the Pentecost weekend, and in 2013, this event will be on May 19th. So we encourage all to come across to Dominica, to the very scenic town of Portsmouth, at the Fort Shirley, Kebritz National Park at Fort Shirley, where we have musicians who provide us with their blend of Caribbean jazz. And we have Creole cuisine so that we can tie in the music again to our culture. One of our challenges is to market the event in Guadeloupe and Martinique. As you would recognize, the month of May is the month of jazz in the Caribbean, because you have the St. Lucia Jazz Festival, you have a jazz festival in Martinique, you have the Marie-Galante Blues Festival, and you have Dominica's Jazz and Creole. And so one of the ideas that I have spoken about is the fact that we can all market May in the Caribbean as a month for jazz music and impress upon people to come to St. Lucia, to come to Martinique, to come to Dominica, to come to Marie-Galante. And our hope is that we will be successful in that. We will be inviting some members of the Jazz Association from Guadeloupe to visit with us during World Creole Music Festival, with the hope that we can discuss further collaboration in terms of joint marketing, specifically for jazz events in May. Another challenge for us is jazz music from a technical perspective is very, you need specialization. And at this point in Dominica, we don't have the number of technicians. And so this is an opportunity. Most of the groups who come, we find, especially the jazz groups from the French West Indies, they come with their sound engineer, mixer, and there is a great difference in the quality of music. And opportunities for jazz, again, as I mentioned, greater collaboration, early advertising to increase patronage to the event. This is one event where we really believe it can grow, because we do not have anything else going on the island at that time, and so there's availability of rooms. There's availability of rooms for packages to come for jazz, but also to come for the weekend and explore the natural sides and the natural assets of Dominica. So we believe that there's the opportunity to partner within Dominica with the hoteliers and the restaurants, also to partner with the tour operators in the region to provide packages for people to travel via air or travel via ferry, and that also we can do some things through joint promotion where we have, because we have multiple festivals happening during that time frame. As I mentioned earlier, we have a number of village feasts and festivals. We have a rich history of village or community festivals and religious feasts. There are also a number of events with a strong food or agricultural focus, including, for example, the Cochrane Rabbit Festival, and we have the Girardel Egliston Flower Show. Again, some of the challenges are the same in terms of planning, and so there may be an opportunity for twinning on certain events. For example, if there is a horticultural society here in Guadeloupe that may wish to twin with a horticultural society in Dominica, and jointly they help to plan and stage the event, we think that would be a benefit. And we acknowledge the village feast as an opportunity for diversification, poverty alleviation, income generation for the local residents, an opportunity to link tourism with agriculture. As we mentioned, some of the festivals are food-based, and also to improve the image of the local community. We find that we have quite a number of visitors coming back for village feasts because a lot of the Dominican community that lives abroad tends to come back to their village during that time because it's an opportunity to reunite with those who are in Dominica, but also those who are outside that come back to Dominica for that time.